Well, I'm with the president of the Association of Jersey Architects again. We've discussed many things over the years. Today you're launching what exactly? Just tell us what you're launching.
Well, we're launching a few things at the same time, Michael. We're certainly launching the traditional Jersey Architecture Commission Events Award for buildings that have been constructed in Jersey over the last 2 years. There's probably about 11 categories, probably about close to 100 entries, and in 6 months' time we come back here, they'll all be hanging on the wall. But also it's the start of what we call the Jersey Architecture Biennale now, which is a series of events, and the next event will be the Shard presentation at the Radisson Blu on April 30th, where we will have the structural engineer responsible for the Shard coming to talk to us about the building of this great building. Have you been up it, Michael?
I haven't. I can't afford to go up it. It's £25, I know, which is a modest amount for...
£29.50, which I personally think is too much, because the family of four, it's £140, you know? And then we move on to the... We've got the schools competition in as well, every Jersey school, and then we've got, which is remarkable, we have the RIBA Sterling Award debate. We will have the 6 shortlisted practices for the much vaunted, much sought after prize in British architecture, the top prize.
Of course, it's a bit strange because one building like that could virtually solve Jersey's current housing problems, couldn't it? A building like the Shard. I don't know how many floors is it?
Well, I have my own ideas as to... the Shard is... When I went there, it was... your £29.50 gets you up to the 69th floor.
69.
And then you have to walk another 6 flights, half flights, to get to the 72nd, where you are exposed to...
So a couple of 100 flats at least could go up there, couldn't they? Not too difficult.
I'd call the Shard London's first true hybrid building.
In your awards this year, is there specifically an award for affordable housing, that great mystery object which nobody seems to be quite sure what it is for Jersey?
Yeah, there could be.
Could there be a specific category, one of the 11?
Yes. If it's design and its layout is...
No, but is there a class of award for an affordable house?
Not as such. It would come under the large-scale development or refurb, you know.
Do you think Jersey architects are giving enough? We've discussed this before, but do you think Jersey architects are giving enough attention to affordable houses?
Well, we don't create these opportunities. Our clients and the sites are out there, but they're not created by architects. A lot of things happen, Michael, before you get to design.
I know they don't. You don't necessarily have to wait for a commission to come along. You could, instead of watching EastEnders, some of your members could be sitting there scribbling away, designing a little affordable house which would go anywhere virtually.
Well, we have that role taken up by Andium, who are there refurbishing the existing stock and offering new opportunities. And we're looking at a large scheme at Green Street. There's a large scheme at the Gasworks, a large scheme at the hotel up by Howard Davis Park. So we are seeing a rash of large housing schemes, of which proportion are we've got JCG. JCG is a high proportion of affordable.
Obviously, because they're built under the current regs, they have to achieve all sorts of standards, thermal standards, fire resistance, safety standards, and my favourite subject, accessibility standards, accessible floor.
Yes.
Now, obviously, we're in an old building now which isn't very accessible, unfortunately. No. What are we going to do with it? I mean, the minister keeps on, he wouldn't speak to me today, the minister, but he keeps on about refurbishing town and making it wonderful. How are you going to make buildings like this accessible?
Well, you do have a problem there. You know, these been 200-300 years old, and there's a lift in here which has got to help. But getting ramps in is virtually, I wouldn't say it's impossible. It's a bit of a nightmare. I can't answer your question because we have a heritage. There's a heritage of old buildings that have to be kept.
But the minister is adamant we won't build on the greenfield sites. He wants all new building virtually within this built up area.
I don't have a problem with that. I find this town low density, low rise, and it could be at least a 6-story town. I don't have a problem with that. And we could have tall buildings here, there and everywhere. If you go to, I went to a conference or a marche a couple of weeks ago, and Sir Terry Farrell spoke on Vision for London, and he has said, like I always said to my career, you must go up, you must have tall, not necessarily towers, Michael, but you can have tall buildings.
But
13,
what